Hello, learners. Welcome to my channel. And this, starting from this tutorial, we are going to start a very detailed step-by-step guide for the DAX expressions or the data analysis expressions. So, this playlist or this complete series is for the beginners and the one who are experienced and also want to enhance their skills in DAX expressions. Right. This guide will include each and every DAX function or the measure in detail. You don't need to go anywhere to see the specific scenario or to learn some other DAX function. Each and every DAX function you will find in this guide itself. I would just like to request you to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you won't miss any of the tutorial from this series or this channel, and you are staying up to date for Power BI related stuff or data analytics related stuff. Right, so let's get understand what is text on an initial level. Right, so first slide or the first topic I'm going to show is intro to DAX basically is standing for data analysis expression. That is the full form of DAX is data analysis expression. It is a formula language for, or we can say formula expression language used in analysis service means the any kind of service in which we are performing analysis related on any kind of stuff. Right, so any kind of stuff here we are particularly specified to data itself and Power BI and Power Pivot in Excel. So basically DAX is a formula language or formula expression language in analysis services, Power BI and Power Pivot in Excel. It is not a programming language. This is the point to note, that it is a formula language or formula expression language, but not a programming language. Why? Because DAX expressions include functions, operators, and values to perform advanced calculations, basic to advanced calculations particularly, and queries on data in related tables and columns in tabular data models. So basically, we are performing the calculations on tables or columns which are present in data model or the tabular data model. So that's why we are not calling it a programming language, but we are calling it as formula expression language for particularly analyzing the data using some kind of expressions. Now, if you see this screenshot or the example here, what does it says is DAX formulas are being used in measures or calculated columns or calculated tables in pro level securities. Right, so if you see here, we have used two functions, add columns and calculate function on a table. Right, a column name. Right, and we have this column name, so we have all in combination. So add columns means we are creating a calculated column here. Right, so if you see in the rectangular box here in the data table, so this is creating a calculated column, but on what basis? On the basis of table and columns. Right, the existing table and the existing column itself. So dim customer is a kind of table we have, and total revenue from the customer is a new column we have. Right, the new column we are creating. Then we have calculate as a function, and inside another function are called as sum, we are using sales amount sales amount column from this fact internet sales table. So just don't worry about what this function says if you are unable to understand. This is just because to showcase you the usage of functions and what kind of expressions or uh, an example of DAX function we use to create or write into our Power BI to create some kind of formulas or calculations. Right, so this is just to show you how we can use use our functions and tables and columns into our data model and create some kind of columns or measures. Right, so next we have, why do we use DAX or why do we need DAX basically? So we need DAX to create particular kind of calculations. Right, we use to create particular measures, new measures using DAX. We can create calculated columns also. We create calculated tables as well. Right, so this is basically what is the difference between measures, what are measures, what are calculated columns, we will study further. So basic idea, why do we need DAX is to perform calculations, and these calculations can include multiple kinds of calculations. There can be multiple kind of calculations here. These could be measures, calculated columns, or calculated tables. We can manually create tables into the data model or in Power BI using calculations, right? Or inside the particular table we can create columns and measures using calculations, right? So this is how we need text. So there are few basic things before we proceed further. So inside this particular basic things, what are, so we will be covering in the next tutorial, and inside that we will be covering what are measures, what are calculated columns, and what are calculated tables particularly. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and uh, let's come back to it in the next tutorial.